A group of experts from northern Nigeria have thrown their weight behind a tax reform bill proposed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying they will invigorate the northern economy. The experts, who spoke as resource persons in a town hall meeting in Abuja, organized by 200 civil society organizations, refuted claims that bills are anti-North and are rather geared toward the development of the region. Speaking at the event, Mustafa Abubakar, a chartered accountant, said the tax reform bill are designed to expand Nigerian tax base, improve compliance, and establish sustainable revenue streams.
The current proposed bill is tagged "Don't tax the poor, but tax prosperity." In what way? Once your salary per year now is not up to 1 million, as far as Nigeria is concerned, the proposed bill exempts you from paying tax. Unlike before now, once you are earning 300,000, you will pay 7% as tax, as more as your salary. The Finance Act before now, you will pay 7%. But the current tax bill is saying that either you are from private entity or you are from government sector. Once your salary per year is not more than 1 million naira, you will be exempted from paying any tax to government. And that's a plus to this administration. Because now, those who are on minimum wage of 70,000 naira, 70,000 naira cannot even buy a bag of rice now. By you telling somebody any 70,000 naira to be paying tax, it means you want to push the person to work and you want to increase crime rate in the country. That's why the current tax bill have said these poor people should be exempted from paying tax. And that's a plus to this administration from the current tax reform bill. And before now, both public and private sector, you are taxed. But this current tax bill accommodates both the public sector and the private sector. Even as individual, people who has business here, small businesses, they have employees that they pay 30,000 to. Before now, even if you have been paid 30,000 in a small scale business, as an employee of a small scale, you pay tax. But the current tax bill said, if you are employee of small scale business that pay you just 20,000 or 15,000, you should be exempted from paying direct tax to government.
Barrister Maxwell Batusan of the Kano State Internal Revenue Service, another expert at the meeting, noted that the bills will promote synergy between the federal, state, and local governments.
But as a lawyer, if I'm talking about derivative principle, I will talk about it in the constitutional perspective. It's a constitutional provision, under section 162 sub 2 of the 1999 constitution that as amended, that provides that there should be a proportion, a percentage, in the allocation of from the federal government to the state, when to the state that is, where some natural resources are being, produced. For example, if oil is produced in a state, when there is a revenue allocation, there has to be a special consideration for them. For example, the minimum requirements that has been provided for under the constitution is not less than 13%, which means that any state that is providing, or producing a raw material, when it comes to allocation, they have to be given at least nothing less than 13%, in the allocation.
Madam spoke to the issue of medical bills in Sokoto and medical bills in Abuja. And she's looking at it from the perspective that her husband is paying tax and is paying for the NHIS scheme. Why should she again pay money in the hospital? The context is that many of us are not paying tax because we think that the tax money we are paying is being consumed or being embezzled by people, and we can physically see them. So it makes it difficult for taxpayers to even willingly pay. And the corruption network between the taxpayers and the tax collectors will negotiate. Instead of paying the due tax, which is 700,000, I negotiate and pay 150,000 naira and give the tax collector another 200,000. So put together, I'll pay 350,000. to cover a tax of 740,000. So there is no mention of the control mechanism of this tax evasion practice in Nigeria.
The town hall meeting was organized by the Coalition of Northern Civil Society Groups in collaboration with concerned Northern professionals.